Okay, guys, folks, thanks for joining us. I see a few of you here already following us on the video. We are headed for the Rabos International Airport Highway. In fact, we are already on the road, and as the caption says, President Boakai today is expected to be switching on the newly installed street lights along the Rabos International Airport. And as we are driving, you're noticing from the side of the road, you're seeing the new light poles that have been planted already. And of course, the president will be turning these lights on. So, I mean, since the construction of this road started, a very reasonable portion of the road has been worked on and appears to be completed already. So there's need for lights, obviously. And also, come to think of it, the Rabos International Airport Highway is an international highway, as the name of the RIA itself depicts. So, of course, you can be driving on an international highway, but it has been like that for ages. And so, today, that is going to change. Of course, you might have seen pictures or videos of the newly installed lights. There have been a few videos. Let's go. There's been a few videos around that folks have recorded. Just the other day, Punch FM were here on the RIA highway, and they did a video of the newly installed street lights. And so, yes, but today is going to mark the official ceremony where His Excellency the President himself will be turning these lights on. So, but we're driving there already. We're on our way at around 6 p.m. this evening. Is it the Rocking the National School or something? That's exactly where the president will be having the ceremony for the lights to be turned on. So, since you're driving in the day, it's around a few minutes past 5 p.m. So we just want to show you what the beautiful Rabos International Highway looks like as you drive on. Now we're currently heading towards the rehab end and looking at the RIA highway. The road itself, the enlargement of the very road itself obviously brings relief. For those of you who've driven on this road over the years, you know it was just one path, 2 lanes, one car going, another one coming. But now we've got like 4. They said we've got 4. So 2 vehicles going to the airport, 2 vehicles coming from the opposite direction. So this enlargement of the road obviously has made it not only beautiful, and not only does it look international, it obviously will bring relief of traffic and movement in this particular location. Now, if you have noticed also, for those of you who are watching, or for those of you who've driven along this road since the construction of the project started, you will also notice that that there's this massive improvement and growth in infrastructural development along the roadside. Folks are building giant-sized structures, along the road. So this is absolutely awesome. As we drive on, you're seeing these beautiful looking structures along the road. There are new structures every day that are being built here along the RIA. So there are concerns. Of course, just the other day, the Minister of Public Works made it clear that the Minister of Public Works made it clear that the ministry is doing all it can to make sure that the project gets, some little speed. It can speed it up a little bit. But of course, yes, there are concerns also that the project has taken some time now. Folks have raised these concerns, obviously, of course. But again, yes, according to the minister, in the next 1 or 2 years, we should be seeing, I think by 2028 or 27, by the end of next year, since it's just in December, we expect that this project will go a very reasonable length. So this is just phase 1 of the lighting project that the president will be turning on. They're doing it in phases. So President Boakai will be turning phase 1 on today. So we're driving in the rehab direction, where President Boakai lives, just to drive around and show you. This is beautiful rehab, folks. For those of you watching, this is rehab for you. And also, speaking of lights, rehab is also lit in the night. This place is bright, beautiful street lights here also. So but yes, that's it. We just wanted to bring you up to speed. That's what's going to happen in the next few hours. During the evening hours, President Boakai will be turning on the lights on the Robertson International Airport Highway to give it that international feel, that international look. Once you arrive in Liberia, especially via the Robertson International Airport, this is the only road that leads you to Monrovia. And except you want to use the Havel Kakata, but I mean that's not necessary. But of course, this is the international highway that leads you to Monrovia or through Painesville once you arrive to Liberia. So today the president will be lighting the highway. He will be turning on the light officially, phase 1. And we'd like you to join us on that broadcast. This is just a build-up to the event. It's past 5 p.m. Few minutes more. In the next few minutes, it will be 6 p.m. We are being told that the president will be turning on the light at around 6. But it could go even beyond that. We don't know. But since it has to be in the night for the lights to be turned on, so you get to see what they're going to look like. But yes, for those of you watching, we'd like to say thanks for watching and leave your comments. We can also so this is the president's residence right here. We have a team that should be joining us. We just want to make some little inquiry quickly, and then we can go right back on the RIA highway and join you. But keep watching, folks. Keep watching. We're in the rehab end anyway, and rehab is another neighborhood in Monrovia or in Liberia, Painesville. Rehab is in Painesville anyway. So rehab is another neighborhood that has been, that has been laid out over the period of time. There are paved roads between the houses, not everywhere though, but I mean here in the neighborhood, once you drive in rehab between the in the residential area especially, you'll see that so let's make a quick U-turn. So also just to remind you, our coverage for the lighting ceremony will also be on radio. Can you just tune that for me a little bit? Just if you're listening, tune that again. One again. So if you're listening, my colleague Melvin Stewart is on ELBC radio already. He's already live on the outside broadcast. He's already live. If you can just listen to him a little bit. 99.9 is ELBC radio. We are right before the home office, Excellency President Joseph Boakai. So that's my colleague Melvin Stewart. You want to tune down? That's my colleague Melvin Stewart. He's headed to the airport along with us. And Stewart, whose jacket is this? Stewart is on the radio, ELBC Radio 99.9 FM, and he's bringing you live coverage of the activities at the Roberts International Airport. This evening you can listen to ELBC Radio 99.9 FM, and also as we drive on, you can follow us live here on LNTV Liberia Live. We'll bring you the actual event itself once the event starts, but this is just a build up to the event, so keep watching. Keep watching, folks. I just want to bring you up to speed on the Robert International Highway construction project and bring you some little details for those of you who might not know. You obviously know there's construction on the Robert International Highway project. So, but speaking of lighting, also President Boakai is also expected to go to Bentol, where the LEC have carried out connection. There is electricity now fully in Bentol on the LEC grid. I've been thinking, I don't know, but I mean, Bentol is very close to district number 1. I think it should be in District 1 or something, if correct me if I'm wrong. And Mount Coffee is just right behind there. How come the lights pass over the people? I've been thinking, but anyway, there's light now in Bentol. And just to bring you up to speed of the construction of the Roberts International Roberts Highway, the international highway that leads to Liberia. And the construction is in phases. There are 2 phases. There is the portion of it that comes from EAW Junction and then goes towards the Roberts International Airport, and then there's another portion that comes from the airport itself and then coming towards town. So there are 2. The group have are divided. I think it's international. It's on the Painesville side, which has not literally, but I mean like massively, they've done sufficient pavement on this portion that leads towards town. And also there is another reasonable distance between the smell notice and towards the airport also. So, and of course it's obvious the construction project includes includes street lights, includes all of the road signs. I'm also being told there should be a toll system on the Jung River Bridge. The Jung River Bridge is currently under construction. There is the old one and they're going to work on it, but the Jung River Bridge is currently under construction. Melvin Stewart is my colleague. He's here. He's on the radio and he's going to be bringing live coverage to you. He was just on the radio. I was just playing your voice to the folks who are following us through the speakers of the car. And what do we expect from your broadcast today as the president lights the RIA highway?
The best, nothing else. Because I plan to work for Liberia and I will always work for this country.
So as per your script, you got, what are some of the details you intend to highlight? I mean, come to think of it, this is the international highway of Liberia, the gateway to the country, and it's lighted already, but the president is going to officially dedicate this. What does this mean for Liberians who will be listening to you?
Firstly, it creates security for our international partners. It creates economic stability. It creates the way for others to come. It creates the way for others to come and to invest in our country's economy, because when the system is built, when we have the security or strong security network where you have current or electricity all around the route, you have investors being trusted. I mean, you have investors trusting our system to come and work. So international highway is a super highway. So we are grateful, and we see a lot of speeches being made today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's my colleague Melvin Stewart. Melvin Stewart will be on the radio. My name is Anthony Williams, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't let you all know when we started. My colleague Damawa Fofana, can you close? My colleague Damawa Fofana is on camera. And then on our vehicle we have Mr. Diflo Yabo Flomo, the Deputy Director for New Media and Rebranding. And then our chauffeur is also leading us to the RIA. So we got 2 vehicles in our convoy. We have the OB, the outside broadcast van is right behind us. And they're on wheels, guys, reporting on wheels. And for us, we will be live on TV, but not now, but we're just live here online, and we'll be on the national television when the actual broadcast starts. But we just wanted to bring you this build up as we drive on. At some point in the middle of the road we'll end the broadcast, but this is just a build up to show you that we headed to the RIA for the lighting of the international highway. Okay, so once we hit the main road, we hit the main RIA highway, we'll wrap up. But we just wanted to tell you guys who are following us that we're on our way to the Roberts International Airport.
Go back to the gas station and do that.
And just to show you, okay, just to show you.
Get to the gas station. Let's go to the gas station.
And then I just want to bring you small details quickly before we end the broadcast, just to bring you small details on the road project, the RIA highway. The Roberts International Airport Highway project is one of the country's most significant infrastructure developments. So you don't want to rule that out. The construction of or the improvement and construction of RIA highways obviously crucial to Liberia's development. This process involves the expansion and modernization of the 45 kilometers. It's approximately 28 miles, along the road towards the airport, and it's connecting the capital, of course, through RIA junction to the Roberts International Airport. A lot of folks might not know that the Roberts International Airport in Margibi. It's actually in Margibi County. But historically known, RIA people were coming into be on the airport to bring you the live coverage. My name is Anthony Williams. Thanks for watching. We'll rejoin you once we start the actual broadcast. Bye bye for now. Let me do.
Don't give anybody a chance. We have to go. We are late. So I want to stay here to go. I knew this over 6. I said I that first.
Folks, we're back on, and we're headed to the airport already. And previously we were showing you our departure, and thanks for following us and thanks for joining, guys. So just to show you, so you have a glimpse of the RIA highway, just until we can get to the airport for the actual event itself. We just want to show you what the road looks like as we drive on. It's almost 6 p.m. Just a minute to 6 p.m. So probably these lights might come up any moment from now. But again, or they obviously will not come on, since there is the official switch turning on or switching on ceremony. The president will be switching them on any moment from now. So as we drive towards the airport, we just wanted to show you the RIA highway, so you have a glimpse of the road yourselves, and then we can also bring you up to speed on the road project. Let's just bring you some details about the road connectivity or the road project itself. Like we've said, the RIA highway is an international highway, of course, that leads visitors to Liberia upon arrival at the airport. So just a little overview as we continue. So before we can talk about the road project itself, just bring you a little overview of the road project. So as of this year, as of 2025, the project has reached several critical milestones, but I mean it has also faced some scrutiny. So but that's not the concept, that's not the point anyway. But construction progress on this road so far, paving is ongoing across multiple sections. As you can see, we're driving on a section that has already been fully paved from the RIA junction towards the airport itself. And then work has also been divided into three lots. Earlier I said 2 lots, but like 3 lots. And then upon the inception of this new government, the Ministry of Public Works had to make it 3 lots to speed up the delivery, with teams working simultaneously from both the EAWA junction and then the RIA portion also. And then there has also been some financial audit, sometimes November of this year, of 2025. The Liberian government commissioned a full-scale audit by the General Auditing Commission, the GSC. I don't know if you followed, but the Minister of Public Works mentioned that the other day. Some of the reasons why works have not been steady along the road, it's because the GSC have launched a full audit of the road construction project, or the process involved with the construction, to investigate the financial transaction and also loan agreements related to this project. So that's one reason. And then we also talk about timeline. Initially, the project was scheduled for completion in 2023. Just imagine, 2023. But then the project also faced some delays. So currently, this current government made projection, and also on-site progress suggested at least a target for full completion by the end of 2024 or 2025, which obviously has not matched. As you can see, we've already ended this year. So that means the Ministry of Public Works have put the completion of this road to an additional time ahead of us. And then also the contractors, this project is being implemented by East International Group, a Liberian Chinese joint venture, kind of thing, in partnership with China Railways. As you may know, China Railways is a construction group. Then we can also talk about key stakeholders in this project. We'll talk. The government of Liberia obviously is the client for this project through the Ministry of Public Works, and then the funding is a mix of government funding and private sector capital, you can call it that. And then also a loan negotiation through the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development. That's the EBID. But some of the benefits, of course, of this project is that the RIA road obviously is a vital link for 6 of Liberia's 15 counties. Margibi, then through into Monterrado, via the Pinzo, and also it takes you towards, apart from Margibi, takes you to Grand Bassa, through to Grand Bassa. And it also supports major concessions like Firestone and Golden Veridian. Firestone is just right here in Margibi. So this road is an access way for some of these concessions. There are or have been some challenges and concerns, on this road also. We're talking about the project itself has not been without controversy. Come to think of it, at some point in time, people were referring to this road as a death trap. When the construction process started, they were digging along the road. Detours were not, accurate, available enough, or accessible enough to ensure people could ply the road. At some point, it became dangerous, especially in the rainy season. Cars were, making accidents along the road when the construction project started. Those were some of the challenges that were faced. And then quality control. There was questions regarding the placement of, coverage and the long-term durability of the drainage system, and everything. Then there are also safety concerns during construction. High volume of traffic, on the active construction site. And did require constant management to prevent these accidents. So there have been all of these concerns, but here we are. I can't say we have arrived completely, but here we are, not only talking about the construction of the road itself. Now we're talking about street lights, phase 1 of street lights. As you can see, the lights are on. Like I told you, the lights are on. As you're driving, you're seeing from both ends the lights are on. And as we drive on, eventually as it gets dark, they will get clearer enough. And then one thing I wanted to point out, these aren't solar lights. I raised that concern with my colleague, trying to inquire from him, are these solar lights? Because I don't know, but he was like, no, these aren't solar lights. They are on power. And yes, if you look beneath the post, the light post, you will see there is some digging, and they've run cables, to connect these lights to the electricity grid. So that means it's out of their own LEC, they've got their own transformer, or some, the LEC did the mapping, they did all the mapping, they did the installation, and this is so beautiful to see. It's not really dark yet, but you're already seeing the lights they're on. And this portion of the road is phase 1 as we drive from the RIA junction towards the airport itself to show. So you're seeing it. It's actually awesome. For those of you watching, leave your comments and tell us what you make of these lights along the Robert Field Highway. This is an international highway. This is the gateway to the country, the entry to Liberia. And speaking of connecting Liberia to neighboring countries, the government of Liberia has been doing significantly well to ensure that all of the country's international roads are giving that international look, and that that facelift. Just the other day, I mean, we if you have been following us, we have been following the Ministry of Public Works during their demolition process along the this route. They say the expansion, the Japan Freeway expansion, that's from the Gabriel Tucker Bridge towards the Simple River Bridge. So go ahead.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I mean, that's it. And but that portion of the road also connects Liberia to Sierra Leone, to Guinea, and so the government of Liberia is also giving that road an international outlook. They're making the 4 lanes just like you see the Roberts International Highway. They will be installing street lights the same very way. So I mean, that's another road. It's a gateway to the country, to our neighboring countries. Come to think of it, trade is improving in the Mana River Union, and Liberia, of course, has been stressing have been playing whole role in the MRU in terms of trade. President Boakai has been stressing one thing about Liberia's role in the Mana River Union, especially through the Ivory Coast, that Liberia trades with the Ivory Coast the most. Also the Guinea, sorry. Liberia trades with Guinea. You want to say like Guinea. Liberia trades with Guinea. And then Sierra Leone, of course, we trade with Sierra Leone through the Bow Waterside end. The Bow Waterside clay portion. So there is massive construction ongoing on that side of the country. They are working on the road. The road is going as far as Bow Waterside. The government of Liberia is intending to make that road 4-lane. Now there is the portion before getting to Gendema. As you may know, Gendema is the town that Liberia shares border with Sierra Leone. The government wants to make that road 4-lane. That's an international highway also, and then it will have similar features. Definitely, as far as the Simple River Bridge, and then when you come to town towards as far as the Gabriel Tucker Bridge, 4 lanes. So yes, but I hope you're seeing the street lights for yourselves. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit for you guys. Yes, just so you have a clearer, glimpse of what the lights are. But they're on and they're very bright, yeah. And, they're bright, they're white. Some street lights do have colors. Some street lights usually look, yellowish like that. But these ones are plain white LED lights. Plain white LED lights. They're modern. They look very modern from what they look like. So. Well, for those of you in the comment section, you can leave your comments. I might read out some of your comments. Daniel Magill thinks these lights are just temporary lights in his own view. According to him, he thinks they are temporary lights from what he saw last night. I don't know what it means by that, but the entire government of Liberia have decided to put street lights on the Roberts International Highway, and you think they're doing it temporarily. Well, that's your view, and it's highly respected. So I'm seeing a mix of yellowish like kind of light amongst them. I'm also seeing the plain white LED light, so I think it's just a mix of them, or I don't know how. But yes, I mean, they look beautiful. The road will be brighter. There've been lots of testimonials from this road regarding the lights. There are lots of videos out there. There are folks who have driven under the lights. They've posted videos on social media about their experience. Some saying there's no need for the headlight and all of that. But yes, I mean, this has been long coming. Also, let's make it clear here. Also, Liberia as a country, obviously, the international highway should have been lighted for ages. So, I mean, this is 2025. We just got a few weeks, or like a week or two, to be in 2026. And as a developing country, these should be, things that we can look after as a country. Lighting up very major roads. And I mean, if you go to other places, obviously, you get to see that their major highways are lighted and all of that. So this is actually crucial and key for Liberia, obviously. So yes, the lights look beautiful, they're bright, but leave your comments. Let me read out some of your comments. All right, someone is in the comment section. The person says, sorry, I didn't see the person's name. I might just go to my phone to read some of these comments. Someone says, Liberia, we're still celebrating street lights and all of that. So I don't know your definition of celebration. I don't understand. But we never had them. Obviously, it's obvious that we should have had them. The need for them cannot be overly emphasized. It's obvious. I mean, we've come a long way, and of course, yes, it's obvious we should have had street lights ages ago as a country. But you and I should also know that we just got them. So acknowledging that we've got street lights does not necessarily mean it's been celebrated. It's just been noted. It's just been observed. It's just that we're just trying to point it out. Daniel Magiri is back. He said, yes, I said that because those wiring system in the ground is very temporary to be real. Those guys I don't understand, Magil. I understand you have your right to leave your comment. Obviously, this is great. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, leave your comment. I read your comment, and then we discuss based on your comment. Some of the lights are not on in some places. Probably it has to do with the electricity grid based on the connection. But as we drive on, you still see the lights. So, Magil, I don't understand. Are you an electrician? Are you speaking from a professional perspective? Have you seen the diagram of the electrification process, the wiring process? Because I don't see any specifics in your comment. Yeah, you're not leaving details. You just sound opinionated, and I respect that. That's your opinion. You should give your opinion. But at least if you can tell us, they're using maybe the cables are not professional. Maybe they're using substandard cables. Come up with something substantial so we know you're making a valid point. But you can just throw something out there and say it's not professional, they're not doing a good job. I don't know. Well, that's your view, and I respect that. And then Zo Bodu said, please and good evening, sir. I'm watching live from Johnsonville. Thank you very much. Boyman Jackson says, don't mind them. Okay. We don't want to get forced Boyman, we don't want to get forced Morris G. Perry said, Daniel, we will be happy for this. Okay, yeah, I think it should be here. So yes, this is the Rocking the National Church. So we're already here at the location where the president will be doing the official lighting, the Light International Church. I'm seeing security folks are all here already from the Executive Protection Service, the EPS. I'm also seeing the setup there. As you can see right ahead of us, they have a whole program that will be taking place. So we're already here. So just to show you, can I come? Okay, so we're here already, and we're seeing folks. As you can see, the entire ground is already getting parked. Folks are coming, making their way here, and I'm seeing the folks from the Liberia Electricity Corporation, and I'm seeing they're here with their bus. It's just right there. I don't know, but before the event starts. And I'm also seeing the event hall, chairs already mounted, Executive Protection Service officers. See one of my big brother there. I don't Mr. Lloyd, and then you have right here ahead of us the president's seat already prepared. You have guests seated already. You have right here the this giant-sized banner of the president himself, and then the LEC boss himself, Mr. Mohammed M. Sharif, the managing director. Like I told you, these lights are on the LEC connection. So this is the podium right ahead of you, and of course this is the president's podium. President Boakai will be making a statement, and then if I can just show you quickly, if you look right here, this is the remote. President Boakai will just press a button and boom, the lights will come on from right there. They've already designed it, so the president will make his way in there, will walk right in there, and that's where he will officially dedicate the lights. So the guests are making their way here already, guys. Folks are already seated. We have all the necessary stakeholders, contractors, and I also see media practitioners. They're all seated. Oh, there's going to be food. There's going to be reception also. I see the folks making drinks. I guess there will be a toast or something. Folks are making food. So yes, this is going to be quite awesome, guys. Just to bring you up to speed as to what is it going to be like. It should show you, but this is the Rocking National School and Church. And this is where the president is going to do the formal turning on of the lights. I saw the managing director of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, the LEC boss, Mr. Mohammed Sharif himself, is here at the location where the event is going to take place. I wish I could have a word with him before the event starts, but I guess he will be officially speaking to members of the press before the event itself starts. So yeah, just to show you guys. And I see up to 204 of you watching already. Thanks for watching. Keep following. The LEC is fully represented here. As you can see, the guys in their electricity jacket, their safety jackets, safety boots and everything. They're all getting ready. They have done a magnificent piece of job. Chief, you want to ask for me, yeah? Kindly, if the MD is willing to have a word with me, I'm from EOB. Kindly ask me. So that's the MD, the managing director of the LEC. I want to see if he can have a word with me. If he agrees, fine, then we can do that. Okay. All right. So the LEC boss, that's him there. Mr. Mohammed Sharif, that's him there. But he wants to talk to us later on when the actual event starts. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, sir. So that's his personal security. He's trying to help me out and make sure I can talk to his boss. So once that is settled, we can talk to him. But guys, yes, I just want to show you what the environment looks like. And then once the event itself starts, we can go ahead. I mean, the president will be here any moment from now. But this is just a build up to show you. This is the ground. As you can see, the poles have been planted, and the president will be turning the lights on from here. The LEC is all set. As you can see, that's their vehicle right there, the crane. They're using that yellow crane to plant the poles and all of that. So folks, I'm being told I'm on ERBC Radio 99.9 FM. My name is Anthony Williams, and for those of you listening to us on the radio, whatever part of Liberia you're listening from, we are at the event where His Excellency President Boakai will be turning on the newly installed street lights here along the Rabos International Airport Highway. This is Liberia's gateway to the country, the international roads, and of course newly installed street lights will be turned on, and then also coupled with the construction itself of the road project. The Ministry of Public Works have said by next year and beyond, the next 2 years or one, probably 2027, by the end of 2027 or 28, the RIA road will be completed fully. So wherever you're listening to us from, my name is Anthony Williams. Thanks to the team there at EOBC Radio 99.9 FM. But I'm Musu Sirleaf and her team, and we also do have the outside broadcast team here at the event where the president will be turning the lights on. The president will make an official statement. The LEC boss will make an official statement. Partners, all the stakeholders involved with this lighting project are all here at the location where the event is taking place. So we await the arrival of the president, and of course, any moment from now, His Excellency President Boakai will be turning these street lights on. So just to bring you up to speed about the RIA highway project, apart from the very lighting itself, the road itself is a significant milestone to Liberia's infrastructural advancement. This project is one of Liberia's most significant infrastructural development. It involved the expansion and modernization of, a 45 kilometers expansion. The RIA highway itself is 45 kilometers. That's around like 28 miles. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the road itself is connecting the capital city Monrovia through RIA junction in Pinzo to the Roberts International Airport itself, the RIA. And then historically, as you all may know, in the past when the project started, there were some difficulties. I mean, a lot of folks were referring to the road as a death trap due to, the narrowness and lack of lighting, the highway itself being transformed into a modern 4-lane now. It's a 4-lane dual carriageway. So this is massive. This is a milestone, obviously. But if I could just, run you through, bring you a little overview of the very project itself. The project is actually designed to improve safety. And also reduce travel time, from the airport to the city, and then also to boost economic activity between the capital and Liberia's primary gateway. I think if I'm right, in fact, yes, I'm right about this. The road is a 45 kilometer distance. The total length is 45 kilometers, and then it's also designed it's a 4-lane design highway. Yes, sir. 2 lanes in each direction with a median separator. I don't know if you've noticed the separator when we were driving from town, but you could call it a divider or whatever. But there's a separator in the middle, of the road, so sharing both lanes away from each other. I remember years back when the Public Works Minister started, former Public Works Minister Ruth Coker Collins, I remember having a conversation with her about the road construction project, and she was telling me about how they intended to position the dividers. If I can just walk ahead and show you quickly so you have a glimpse of the road construction itself. She told me the divider will be placed in the urban places. So the urban places we're talking about, like where there are residents, where there are homes, they'll place the dividers there, for safety reasons also. And then right within between the dividers there are spaces for decoration. They're intending to probably plant flowers and also maybe put some street lights in the middle, whatever way the design is. So that's the thing about the separators. So if you were to drive towards the RIA portion, you will see the separators, and if you go towards the smell notice and where people stay, where they are residents, you see the separator, the rehab end, see the separators, for safety reasons, So yes, definitely. So I just wanted to show you, there are some portion of the road, where work is still ongoing. Currently I'm working on a portion that has not been necessarily paved. They only have the first few layers. They've done all the groundwork, they've done the drainages, and everything there is to be done. And then we are at shuffling, if you know shuffling. So from as far as the RIA junction, the road is paved as far as shuffling. The road is paved as far as shuffling. The shuffling barracks, where the Armed Forces of Liberia is, it's paved towards the end where you get to the main gate of the AFL barracks, and then from that point to drive right in between the Marshall and the Tower Hill and the Jung River Bridge. You pass the Jung River Bridge, you drive further, and then you start to see another set of pavement because of the way the road has been divided. The road has been divided into 2 lots from the onset, now 3 lots, just to speed up the project, as I've been told. And so, and then in terms of construction, also the portion that starts from shuffling towards the, passing through the Marshall Junction end and then going towards the John River Bridge, and kind of appears to be some of the most difficult part of the road because Tower Hill, is extremely rocky, and then the folks have to reduce the rocks, they have to do a lot of work out there. So yes, and then also there is the construction of the John River Bridge itself. They're doing a whole new bridge. They're doing a whole new bridge at the John River Bridge. So that's another thing. They have to work on the entire John River Bridge, obviously. So as we speak currently, construction works on the John River Bridge. It's actually making sense. The guys are doing magnificent work on the John River Bridge. I think they're doing the temporary one already, and then they will build a brand new bridge and also maintain. I think they intend to enhance the older one that's there. Now, just to show you, this is the team. This is the LEC project. As you can see, it says LEC project phase 1. So the lighting phase has been divided into several phases, and these are the guys that are doing the lighting. As you can see, their crane is right here. They are the guys that are planting the pole. They're doing quite a magnificent piece of job anyway. So thanks for the job, guys. Great. So they're doing quite a great piece of job. Now look at this drainage also along the road. We're talking about lights at the same time the road construction. See the drainage. See what the drainage looks like. It looks, in my mind, it looks very professional. If we can just show you, and then you walk here on the side, and you look right here. This is the drainage right here. Liberians and throwing dirt in drainage. I don't know, but that's another thing. And so there's a covert right here, and the water, can flow through here and go in that direction. But this is the drainage right here, and it looks very professional from what it looks. From what I'm not an engineer necessarily, but it looks cool from what I'm looking at. So just to show you, the construction project. But this is shuffling. Yeah, we're at the Benson Avenue portion at the barracks, and yes, so I just want to show you, we're not necessarily here for the road, guys. We're here for the lighting. The president will be turning the lights on. So I'm gonna go back at the actual location where the event is taking place, but I just wanted to show you a glimpse of the work that's ongoing along the road itself. So yes, street lights will be turned on today. RIA is lit. There are lights from both ends, not one side. Now what I'm noticing, they're not planting some of the lights in the middle of the road, probably because they're not done yet. I can't determine why. Yeah, well, my man, you're done the whole paddle. Okay, guys, but you're doing a great job anyway. Thank you. Yeah. So yes, the team here, quite a great job they're doing. As you can see, if you look in their truck, these are some of the materials. They got cables, the giant size cables, entire giant size toolbox, all of that equipment, materials. These are the guys that are doing a great job. They deserve the flowers. We should be thanking them for the job they're doing from the LEC. Magnificent. See right here. See the equipment right here. I mean, the guys are still working, while the president. Now, very good. I wanted to show you guys about the lighting. So I was talking about the way the installation is going. Daniel, I hope you're still watching when you mentioned the guys not doing professional work. I don't know what you meant by the guys are not doing professional work, but as you can see right here, if you look, this is cement. This entire pole is made of cement, but there's an opening within the pole, and the guys are putting the wiring from beneath the ground. If you look right here, they've docked, and then if you follow, you see the new digging spot, and the cables are connected from underground. So you see the guy, he's working and making sure he's hiding the connection, and then they will place a closing to that portion, and then they can come back if there's an issue to do maintenance. So I don't know what you meant when you said that the connection is temporary. I don't know where you are coming from. And the sad part about it, you weren't speaking from a professional standpoint. You did not give her any statistics, any professional justification when you said they were doing temporary work. I don't know, but that's the thing about us anyway. But thanks for leaving your comments, by the way. So we're going to go back to the event center. I'm seeing the arrival of officials of government. If you can look from this far, you've seen sirens, government vehicles, all arriving on the scene for this very unique event. So I don't know if you're still listening to us on ERBC Radio 99.9 FM. We want you to stick around because this program is not going to be quite a long one. And once the president comes, those responsible to make remarks will go straight to the remarks. There isn't like something like entertainment and all of that. It's not like a really long program since it's in the night, come to think of it. So we're going to go back to the location where the event is taking place. It's just right there, right here at the Rock International School here along the Roberts International Highway. So we are going to go back there just to show you. So in any moment from now, this event itself will kick off, and the LEC MD, Managing Director, Mr. Mohammed Sharif is here. Let's talk about LEC. Yeah, let's give them their flowers. These guys have been doing a magnificent piece of job over the years. I mean, like, come to think of it, in 2025, some of the experiences I had. Let me be individual about this. Some of the experiences we had about electricity, in a way, have changed massively. Come to think of it, the way we will have the instability, or lights come, lights go, the way it was some dry seasons back then, it has changed significantly. This dry season, I don't remember an incident where I never had lights for 24 hours. I don't know of others. And another thing I've noticed also, unless there isn't a connection in your city or in your neighborhood, but once, thank you very much. Someone says I'm live on the radio. Thank you very much for the observation. Now, there's another poll right here, as you can see, for those of you who are watching. There are those who are listening, so forgive me if I can, but I'm trying to describe it for you who are listening. I'm trying to show the folks who are watching the work that is being done on the installation of the lights along the RIA highway. The folks are running the wires through the light post itself. It has a hole in the middle, and then they put the cable there. The cable goes up to the light itself, and they do the connection. So for those of you who are watching, for those of you who are electricians, tell me how this kind of connection or connection is called. But I'm seeing these cables look very huge, giant size cables, and then the connection looks very professional from what I'm looking at. I'm not an electrician necessarily, but this looks extremely professional. So yes, I was thinking that these lights were solar lights, but no, they aren't solar lights. They aren't solar lights. My colleague Martin Fakins says I'm on the radio. So yes, ERBC Radio 99.9 FM. Thanks to Madame Musu Serliv and her team, and thanks to Martin Fakins there, who's at controls. Thanks for bringing me on. Thanks for keeping me on. So yes, we'll give you all the necessary information there is to be given as we await the arrival of President Boakai himself. We are already at the location. We are at the Rock International School where the ceremony itself will take place. The hall has already been arranged. The seats are all arranged. The remote system where the president will be turning the lights on have already been installed. He's just going to do that by the press of a button, and then the lights will come on. So there are two podiums. One podium is accidental for President Boakai. There's another podium where the LEC managing director is expected to make an official statement also, and coupled with other stakeholders and government officials who are forming part of this lighting process. So it's in phases. This is phase one. The president will be turning on phase one, and then as they drive on towards the airport portion, there are more lights that will be installed until you can get to the very airport itself. I want to believe the lighting itself will extend directly towards the airport itself and not just only along the roads. So someone in the comment section said yes, it's very professional. Burma E. Jackson says yes, it's very professional. So Daniel is yet to come on to react to his comments. He wasn't wrong by commenting his view, but I just wanted to see if what I just showed him could help satisfy his curiosity, just to understand, so you have a clearer understanding. I had to go very close and bring you a close-up image of what the connectivity or what the connection looks like, so you understand from a professional standpoint. I'm not an electrician, but for what I'm seeing, this connection looks purely professional. And come to think of it, this is a piece of work that's been done for an entire country. I don't think the government of Liberia will want to do something temporary. I don't want to believe so. If you want to talk about solar lights, well, yes, they depend on the environmentally driven, so they depend on the environment, depend on the sun, and what have you. So yes, you can say this can go off and come on and what have you, but these ones are on the electricity grid. So I think you can't be putting street lights on the national electricity grid and do temporary work. I don't want to base on Daniel's comment anymore, so we'll continue. I hope this satisfies his curiosity. Thank you very much. Olivia, Burma E. Jackson says it's professional. Figgins Martin, very professional. Someone, Milton Dumba said it's completed now from the airport EW Junction. Thank you for seeing it. Flourishing. Alex Andrew says, I'm sorry, I want to read your comments. Let me grab my other phone quickly so I read your comments for those of you who are watching. And then for those of you who are listening, wherever you're listening from, I don't know, you're sitting by a radio, maybe right by your little palm wine shop, or you're sitting on your balcony somewhere there in Vonjama. Speaking of the folks, the people in from Lofa, the Ministry of Public Works is doing significantly well as it relates to the pavement of the road, from Bon County towards the Salaye end, going as far as Lofa County. Magnificent job is taking place out there. Yes, I wanted to read your comments. Oh, thank you. My colleague Daniel Enkra was just waving at me. He just arrived also. Seems that yes, he will be at this event. Let's go to the comment section and read your comments, folks. For those of you who are following, want to read your comments, please leave your comments and also put your suggestions in the comment box, in the comment section. Tell us what you make of this particular process. Tell us what you make about this lighting process. I mean, the road could not have been completed without light, in my mind. Yes, obviously. So once there are lights, obviously it will complete the entire essence. Someone says, I'll read that comment. I love the comments that are coming. Please leave your comments. I want to make sure I read all of your comments for those of you who are watching. Thomas Dasso said, great job. I'm sorry, let me read. That says, great job. So let's go in the comment section. Edwin Boiler says we're happy. Samuel Bowen said that man just won't talk politics. Okay. And then Samuel can say yes, indeed, it is one of anyway, it doesn't matter whose project this is. Let's think about us, about project. Whose project? For me, in my mind, and I don't want to speak for anyone, but for me, in my mind, this is Liberia. Liberia is developing steadily. So whatever we achieve it as a country and as a people. We are getting street lights on the Roberts International Airport Highway. I mean, kudos to the government and kudos to the previous government or who started or who's doing, who's ended or whatever. Respectfully, I think everyone deserves credit, but the most credit goes to Liberia. Liberia as a country is making strides. In my mind, that's how it should be. This name is quite traditional, but I will try Babli J. Oh yes, sounds like a bastard from Grand Bassa County. Babli J says this is incredible. Unfortunately, Babli J's comment disappeared. Your comments are coming in succession, so I'm sorry if I can't read yours. John Koturaj says, I'm watching from Trent, New Jersey. Great job, LEC. Well, we have our diaspora followers who are consistent following us. Edwin Bolov, Liberia first. Definitely Edwin, Liberia first. Kelvin Blas says, JMB, the best president. Marilyn W. George says, I'm following from my sister city residence. Oh, beautiful sister city. I've been there. Sylvester Wamplu, he says, great job, LEC. I think I know Sylvester very well. And then Joseph Bindi, Joseph says, Samuel King Ware and his people. Well, some of these comments obviously do not worth being read. I respect them. You have a right to put your comment. I just want us to keep it professional. Morris and Grace says, congratulations, we get in there. John now said, great job by the Liberian government. Thanks to ELBC for bringing this live. Thank you very much. Jerry Yasia says, Anthony, this is laudable. Obviously, this is laudable. I mean, Liberia wins. So, yes, Liberia wins. So, yes, this should be obviously laudable. Then let's read more comments. Yeah, Thomas Dasso. Liberia is getting better every day. Thank you, Thomas. Andrew Kemu Kole Morba. Andrew has 4 names. Andrew alone has 4 names. He says he's watching from Sino County. Greenville. I've been to Greenville. Andrew. Yes, nice place. Wilmore Zoe is also watching us. Jerry Yasia says Liberia is on the move. And of course, Musu Ya says, even my President Trump calling GMB, oh, you guys and your politics. And also, President Boakai is the best president since 1847. Thanks to LEC team. I'm watching from Granbassa. Thank you to the president. That's Rayson Patmore. And Samuel Gowon says absolutely good development. And well, and then Andrew Prince Kai said how long that lie will stay. That's a good question, but that will be left with the. So you have to follow. You have to follow Andrew Prince. You are inquiring how long the lights will stay. You have to follow from the Electricity Corporation. You have to watch the event. The LEC will say how long the lights will last. But I don't think they will want to put lights on the streets for temporary purpose. That's why maintenance will come in. They will continuously do maintenance and do other things. You mind if we wait? Come back on?
You got you up.
Yeah, but I need to set it down. Sorry? Keep watching, folks. Keep watching. Also, keep listening. If we are on the radio, we stay on the radio, keep listening to ELBC Radio. Israel Jackson, thank you. Israel said you guys are doing a great job. He's watching us from residence in Toledo, Ohio, USA. Thanks. That's one of our diaspora followers. George now said good news for our country, Liberia. Alexander Theophilus Clark says, following up from the township of Louisiana. Many thanks to the government of Liberia. Thank you very much. Barry Ibrahim, Liberia is getting better, he says. I wish I would go a little closer and show you the design, where the event is taking place, except that they're playing music and we don't have rights to these songs, so we don't want to get things confused here. But that's just the area where I have been set. The podium is set. The podium is already set. President Boakai's podium is also set, awaiting. The president will make an official statement also. This is the managing director of the Liberia Electricity Corporation himself, Mr. Mohammed Sharif himself. That's him right ahead of you there if you're looking closely. And everyone is getting seated now. I'm seeing sign. You're hearing from the MC that the president will be here any moment from now. So obviously. So yes, Melvin Stewart, my colleague, is now on the radio, I guess. See my colleague Melvin Stewart here. I'm going to join him quickly so we have a brief conversation as he's working on his connection. I guess you're trying to call to studio, Melvin.
Of course, we're trying to connect back in our main studios in Painesville.
I think this is the best medium you can use because I'm the one on the radio now. So once Martin Fickens here, that Melvin Stewart is trying to call for controls, he can probably join you shortly.
Yes, of course. And thank you so much, Anthony. You are one of the aspiring young young persons I've ever, loved
Man,
working
I can't for you to
with.
blow my
So I always like your commentary. I like your expose, and I like just how you go about, grabbing the attention of the listeners and the followers on the international scale. But this program is, like I said earlier on, this program is just a boom for our security sector again, because riding from ELBC compound coming here, I saw lights all fluttering all over the place. So it tells us that our security is going to be boom, and the president is not leaving any stone unturned. So we just want to be grateful for the kind of development programs that are taking place in these kinds of under the watch of President Joseph Boakai. So there is no mistake that people keep clapping their hands for the president and his leadership.
Okay. So yes, Martin Fagins, if you're listening, Mervyn Stewart just joined me on my live, and you can use this medium to know that Mervyn now wants to join you.
We will join Marvin.
He's obviously the one responsible for this radio broadcast. I wasn't the one intended for this, so Mervyn has to take his place, please.
You can do just likewise, and we have to collaborate. So when we are trying to work on the other side, you just keep on.
I don't want to eat your show, man.
No, you can't eat my show, and I will not eat your show. We will work together, and I see Liberia is all we have.
Okay, Mervyn Stewart, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Anthony. That's my colleague Mervyn Stewart. He will be the one doing the radio commentary on ELBC radio here. And sorry for the laughing. And so if I'm still on the radio, fine, you guys can keep listening to ELBC radio. We've seen signs of the arrival of the president. In the next few moments, it's obvious he will be here. So as we await, you can still stay with us, keep listening. This broadcast will be brought to you on 99.9 FM. On your terrestrial TV, you can watch us from Satcom, Multi TV. Also follow us online here on LNTV Liberia Live. Yes, so we await the arrival of President Boakai now for this, unique occasion. Let me go back on the road quickly and just show you the lights, because it's already dark now, so the lights are already on, so you have a glimpse again for those of you who have not seen the lights coming on, so you see what I'm talking about. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you so you have a glimpse of what the street lights look like. But thank you for watching and leave your comments. I like it when you put your comment in the comment section. I also do like it when we talk about some of the points that you make. I believe in a more mature conversation in the comment section. I respect those who are putting their points the other way around, throwing jabs, all of that. That's why ELBC is here, LNTV is here, to give you the opportunity to express yourselves as Liberians on national issues. So yes, go ahead with your comments. Just do us a favor and keep it professional. But yes, from this far, these ones are not on right in between here, because these are the ones that will be used for the official turning on ceremony right in between here. But if I can just zoom in a little bit and show you, if you look ahead of us. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, great, perfect. If you look ahead of us, there you have them. They're on. The street lights are on from this distance, and also on the other end. But yes, there you have them. So yes, along the Robertson International Highway, there's the Rock International School. That's exactly where the event is taking place. For those of you who are inquiring, that's precisely where the event is taking place. So we're waiting for the arrival of President Boakai himself. So once the president arrives, then we'll go strictly to the event itself. We'll go strictly to the event itself. But currently, we're waiting for the arrival of the president. Any moment from now, President Boakai will be here. I just want to stand along the road here and see the convoy arriving, and then I can run to the event center. Keep watching, keep listening to ELBC Radio. Oh, this is really sad, unfortunately. You must have heard the sound, but this was a collision. This is a collision right here. This is very sad. Quickly, just in a split second, there was a collision that just took place right here along the road. I don't know. There is this fellow now. He's on the... Wow. That's quite unfortunate, but these two bikers just collided. Unfortunately, this is really sad. Can someone just set him down quick? Someone can set him down, or try to pull his legs more. Yes, please, just that leg, the other one. That one. Just scratch it, yeah. Unfortunately, folks, this just happened. two guys just collided with each other. And then the police, of course, the president will be here any moment from now, so the police will have to remove these bikes from the road quickly. But it was just unfortunate. It's just a collision. These two, no, I don't know how this really happened anyway, but these two guys just collided. They're all complaining. Let me not use complaining necessarily, but sadly. Can you get him help? Is he okay? Okay. Are you okay? Yeah, I mean, we gotta look after him, man. He doesn't look okay. Yeah, you gotta look after him. So yeah, so that was quite unfortunate, guys. I mean, just an unfortunate situation. Two bikes just collided, but I mean, as you can see, the guys were there. I don't know. Yeah, someone said, "Why are you guys running?" Yeah? But unfortunately, that's what happened. So yes, but we still are waiting our actual event to begin. We're waiting. We're waiting for the arrival of President Boakai. Some of the comments in the comment section can be very hilarious. Yes, but I mean, I think all of you are seeing how clear the road is. You know, the convoy is expected to be here any moment from now. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. Keep listening to us. Keep following us. We are on the Rabat International Highway awaiting the official lighting ceremony. President Boakai will be turning on phase 1 of the newly installed street lights, and the president is yet to arrive. We are waiting his arrival. Any moment from now, the president will arrive here to have this program started. I'm yet to have a glimpse of the program sheet itself, but I've been informed that it's not quite a very long program. Security folks are now. So yes, please tell me in the comment section. Notice a little issue with the sound. I think the sound should be okay now. I guess the sound should be okay now as we are with the president to arrive. So we're waiting for President Boakai's arrival, folks. Keep watching so you can stay with us. I would love to, any moment from now, I will be going off to switch devices quickly. This device is going out of current. So thanks for watching and thanks for sticking with us. I want to run to the vehicle quickly now and grab another device and switch to it. This one has gone already out of power. So we're going to switch quickly as we are with President Boakai to arrive any moment from now. So let's do that quickly. Let me see if I can talk to my chauffeur here, see if we can do that quickly from the car. So I'll rejoin you shortly once I switch devices. Keep watching, folks. All right, folks, welcome back. Thanks for rejoining us. So we're still waiting the arrival of His Excellency President Boakai right here at the Rock International School along the Rafi Highway, where the president will be turning on the light. Please tell me if the sound is back. We're trying to work on that. Let's see if sound is back. So just to inform you, this particular event that the president is working on is just to inform you. Oh, please. I think the sound is okay. I don't understand for those in the comment section who keep saying no sound. I have another phone here that I'm using to listen, and I'm getting our broadcast clear. So please, I don't know. You might want to check the volume rocker of your device if you're not hearing us. But I mean, the sound is okay. So we are waiting the arrival of President Boakai now. As you can see, you're seeing the actions here. The security folks are preparing and making sure that the president, the road is clear. Now, if you look closely, there aren't vehicles moving from this side. All of the vehicles have been asked to stop now. And if you also look on this other end, there are no vehicles. There are no vehicles coming from this direction also, and then also from this other direction there are no vehicles coming. So it appears now the presidential convoy will be here any moment from now. So please, okay, thank you very much for acknowledging that the sound is now okay. Thank you very much for acknowledging that the sound is now okay. So now, folks, we are being told we're hearing sound of the sirens already. It appears the convoy is already making its way here. Also, come to think of it, this location is not far from President Boakai's residence, so we expect to see the convoy any moment from now. So as for now, all of the street lights are off, and just for the sake of the ceremony, because these lights usually come on every night, so it's just for the sake of the ceremony. So once the president turns them on, and then we'll continue from there. Also, just to remind you, this particular event is not just necessarily alone for the street lights, the RIA street lights. If you look in the caption, the president will also be, officially launching the project also for the Bentol lighting. As you all know, Bentol is, the capital, and lights have just gone there. The LEC have launched another lighting project in Bentol. So the lighting, both projects, the launch is just being done right here. One event, like one stone to kill two birds kind of thing. So the president will be turning on the RIA street lights at the same time, also during the Bentol lighting project also. So, but and also come to think of it, speaking of street lights, if you look in your neighborhoods, unless the LEC have not reached your neighborhood yet, but there is this, massive, installation of street lights that the LEC is undertaking in several neighborhoods, most of the places, even across the country. I mean, several counties now are getting, street lights, electricity is reaching several places, So we're at the Shuffling Barracks, the Shuffling Military Barracks here along the Railfield Highway. That's where we are precisely, and that's exactly where the program is being launched. Not in the barracks itself, we're just right by the barracks. We're at the Rock International. If you know Rock International, along the road right here. So now, so we now await President Boakai's arrival. Keep watching, folks, for those of you watching. Keep watching. This is not going to be a long program. We'll have some remarks from the stakeholders that are involved with the project. We're talking about the LEC Managing Director. We're also talking about His Excellency President Boakai, who will deliver the formal keynote address to officially declare, or switch the lights on. Now we're hearing sounds of the presidential convoy, the sirens, approaching our location already. So once the president arrives, the event starts. It's not going to be a long event anyway. But if you listen closely, we're seeing the vehicles approaching us, the president's convoy approaching us already. Yes, I mean, someone's stressing a concern. Why is it dark? Well, it's dark because these lights will be turned on any moment from now by President Boakai himself. So that's why it's dark. Once President Boakai, he's just going to do that by the press of a button, and the lights are going to be on. So, and I hope you're hearing the sirens. The convoy is already here, folks. The president has already arrived. Seeing the pile of vehicles there. So yes, this is the president's vehicle right here. This is the president's vehicle right ahead of us here. He has already arrived. So we're going to make our way now to the actual event itself. There you have him. That's the president arriving here himself at the event. President Boakai is already here. So now that the president is here, the event will kickstart. Yeah, immediately. So the managing director of the Liberia Electricity Corporation is going to receive His Excellency the President. He's going to meet the President, welcome him, along with other officials of government who are here. So that's the president arriving, and of course on the standby waiting to receive His Excellency the LEC Managing Director, Honorable Sheriff himself. So we are with the president to disembark his vehicle any moment from now, and he will be greeted by the LEC Managing Director, who is already waiting to receive him. We also see arriving here the Minister of Civil Portfolio, Madam Boakai Ability. She's just arrived. So there you have him, His Excellency the President is already down. He's going to be welcomed by the LEC Managing Director.
I have the honor at this time to announce the arrival of His Excellency Bentol Boakai, Senior, President of the Republic of Liberia.
So the president will now take his seat as the event unfolds. So we'll now go to the podium for this event to formally begin. And now that President Boakai is here, this is the official ceremony marking the commissioning of the street lights and the Bentol electrification project.
This is the official switching on of the RIA street lights in Bentol electrification project. It's going to be held here today on December 22nd. We're going to start with an opening prayer. Deacon Brooks, can we have the opening prayer, please?
So we'll now go for our benediction.
Praise the Lord. Amen. Praise hallelujah. Amen. Eternal days we're going to the end of the year. I will pray every good thing to enter the next year in Jesus' name. Thank God, Steve. Let us bow our heads. Richest everlasting God, the God of ages and the God of the day. We come this evening, Lord, just to say thank you. Thank you because great things you have done for us and great things you will remain to do. The hair that bow down today, Lord, you know us individually, but in a special way, oh Lord, we pray this evening, Lord, for everyone that gathered here. We pray especially for our leaders, all the president. We pray for his son. We pray for the three branches of government. The Lord, you take the glory, take everything. You have no place in the place. In Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, I will soon be sitting down. You can have your seat, but please bring that bag again for the president. I want to give it to him quick. I got something for the president. Let me give it to him. I won't come there again. Bring mine. Give it to me. Okay. This is something for you, Your Excellency. And you should look at it. And for you, James Brooks, thank you very much.
So, Mr. Brooks has gifted President Boakai.
Welcome remarks, and for that we welcome to the podium Honorable Thomas Z. Conquer-One, Deputy Managing Director for Operations, Liberia Legislative Corporation.
So we'll now have the official welcoming statement.
His Excellency, Honorable Jose Yuma Boakai Senior, President of the Republic of Liberia, members of the National Legislature here present, Honorable Ministers and Head of Agencies of Government, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Today marks truly a historic movement. For the first time since 1979, during the OAU Summit, 45 years ago, the RIA corridor and the Bentol Corporation are now in light. This lighting is more than an infrastructure. It symbolizes the return to the time when public service worked for the Liberian people. Recording what many may remember pre-war Liberia, normal days, where safety, orders, and national pride were visible in our public places. We are honored to welcome you for the first phase of the RIA corridor street light and the electrifications of the Bentol city. We sincerely appreciate your presence here at such short notice, especially head of James E. Brooks, who at short notice made this facility available for us to use. we say thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Board of Directors, the Managing Directors, the Deputy Directors, the entire LEC family, our valuable customers, our international partners, our contractors and suppliers, we extend our heartfelt thanks and appreciation for all that you have done to make this program a success. With that, we warmly welcome you to the official lighting of Phase 1 of the RIA Street Light Corridor and the Bensonville electrification. Here I say I thank you.
Official welcome statement there.
Next, we have the project overview and alignment with the rest agenda, and it's going to be done by Honorable Mohammed M. Sharif.
So we'll now have the Managing Director of the LEC, Mr. Mohammed Sharif, to give us an overview of this project itself.
Your Excellency Jose Yuma Boakai Senior, Honorable Ministers, members of the legislature, distinguished guests, fellow Liberians, our dynamic team, contractors, visiting guests, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we are not just turning on street lights. We are turning on safety. We are turning on opportunity. We are turning on confidence in public infrastructure. What we are commissioning today is not a single project in a single place. It is part of a nationwide street lighting and electrification project, reaching our capital, county capitals, and our communities, from Bentol to Cruiserville, across the avenues of Cinco, along Pueblan Road, Somalia Drive to Red Light, the EAWA corridor to RIA, and from the Freeport Bridge through to Broadville. Light is returning to Liberia's most important corridors. These are roads people use every day, roads that must be safe, roads that must work. Beyond Morovia, this effort extends to Kakata, Banga, Ganta, Sanikule, Zwedru, Bombay Tokmaber, Robertsport Kipman, wherever our grade is present. Even in rural Liberia, including parts of the eastern region, communities are already experiencing the power of illumination. The impact of lightening the community is immediate. Lit roads save lives, electrified community grow and economies, lights restore dignity. This progress wouldn't have been possible without leadership and partnership. I commend the Board of Directors of the Liberia Electricity Corporation for their guidance, oversight, and steadfast support for the reforms that prioritize the delivery and accountability at LEC. Your Excellency, I extend our deepest appreciation to the Office of the President for your leadership and continual support, which has restored confidence in the power sector and empower institutions to deliver results. We also recognize the strong collaboration of our sister ministries and agencies, including but not limited to the Ministry of Public Works, our sector ministry, Ministry of Lands Ministry of Mines and Energy, Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, the Public Procurement and Concession Commission, the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission, and others, whose coordination made this initiative possible. Most importantly, tonight, I wish to recognize the unfailing and unwavering support of the men and women of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, from our engineers to technicians, our line crews, dispatchers, and support staff who work long hours, often at night and in difficult conditions, to keep the lights on for everyone. Your dedication, professionalism, and sacrifices are the backbone of the progress we have today. For the Liberia Electricity Corporation, the movement reflects a renewed commitment. That is a commitment to deliver, to serve, and to ensure that progress is visible, inclusive, and felt. As Your Excellency turns on this light tonight, you send a powerful signal and message that Liberia is likely its rules, Liberia is likely its communities, and Liberia is likely its path forward. May God bless Liberia, may God bless everyone, and I thank you.
Mr. Mohamed Sharif is the Managing Director of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, giving us an overview of the project there, mentioning several places that will be affected as per the LEC street lighting and electrification process, mentioning several counties, and, you know, mentioning neighborhoods and streets that are expected to be lighted today. I mean, under the LEC project, and not necessarily today, but he said eventually some of these places will all be added to the list.
Your Excellency, President Boakai, distinguished cabinet ministers, members of the legislature here present, the LEC leadership, and the board of directors, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Usually in our Liberian context, we say if the Christmas will be good, from the eve of the Christmas. Thank God that this is the eve of the Christmas. And we are here to lighten some part of our country. It's a remarkable day for us in Liberia. This day will be remembered that the lightening or the commissioning of the RIA street lights and the Bentol electrification project has come to light today. MD, you and your team, we want to say a very big thank you for the great job. You have our full support as the sector lead, that our coordination, collaboration will send a trickle-down effect to our people in terms of availability of electricity supply, affordability, and accessibility. Thank you so much as we give you our complete support. Thank you, Mr. President, for always being there with the full determination to make Liberia great. Thank you. So God bless you.
Next, we have Honorable Roland Lafayette Giddings, Minister of the Ministry of Public Works.
So, the Minister of Public Works, Honorable Roland Giddings, will make a remark here also. There he goes.
Mr. President, please allow me to start on the existing protocol that was established. We're happy to be here this evening. Good evening to everybody. This project, of course, did not just come from the blue. I remember I had a conversation with the MD about the design of the RIA project. And because of the safety issue, to put in lights, the way the project was designed, should be after the project is completed. They will put in the road safety fixture. And so it was designed to also include silver street lights from the other junction all the way to RIA. And you know, we have a kind of aggressive way of doing the work we do. And I think that poster is also exhibited by the managing director. And he said to me, my brother from a different mother, can we do something differently? And I said, well, he suggested that LEC will partner with the Ministry of Public Works to make sure this corridor gets electrified. And I'm very, very gracious today, Mr. President, to be here, for us to see you turning on the lights. Last night I took a drive to the airport at 3:30 in the morning, and just the section that was on, I was blown away by what I saw. And I'm sure the people of Liberia will appreciate what you're doing, Mr. President, to begin to change the condition and to also enhance road safety as immediately as we are doing. Thank you to everybody, and I'm glad to be here.
Minister of Public Works, Honorable Lafia Guinness, mentioning.
Barry, Representative District Number 1, Montserrat County.
So we'll have the Montserrat County District 1 lawmaker. Don't forget this project also extends to Bentol. Bentol has been electrified also.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, kindly permit me to stand on existing protocol. 3 days ago, I got a call from TrueLiberia. The commissioner called me and told me, Representative, I said, yeah. He said, I'm sleeping with current tonight. I said, congratulations. For 45 years, the people of District Number 1 have not experienced current. Every time I went around to speak, the people of District 1 would tell me, we have the hydro, but we don't have electricity. And I always say to them, don't worry, current will come. I remember a few months ago, I met with the president, and I practically cried on him and told him, Your Excellency, please look in our direction. I want to say thank you so much. Today we have light in Bensonville and TrueLiberia. And I will also say that in Louisiana, 2nd Ward, since the establishment of that township, there have never been current. Today we have the poles, we have the electric wire running, and we know that our persons will be good because we can stay in the heat. And so I want to say thank you to the team, LEC. Honorable Managing Director, thank you. Thank you to you and your team, your hard-working team. I will specifically call on Mrs. Williams, Millie Williams, who have been running all over the place. I think she's the some engagement manager, meeting with the communities and talking to them. I want to say thank you to your team on the ground. When I heard that current was going to come before the Christmas, I actually doubted it. But I met them along the road, and I was so happy. I told them, thank you. And so thank you so much. And I'm happy to be here, to be a part of this program.
District 1 Montserrat County lawmaker there.
Our segment will have Honorable Roland Cooper, Representative District Number 1, Margibi County.
And also Margibi County lawmaker. Don't forget this lighting extends to Margibi. So the lawmaker is making his way to the podium now.
Here we have Minister's Institute.
Your Excellency, please allow me to stay on existing protocol. My boss, Roland Cooper, but he's in the bush trying to engage the constituent. Your Excellency, our power would like to say to you, thank you so much. Today, the people of Tuason and District 1 alive. For just a few days ago, we had an experience when in Tuason town, the building was on fire. The building was on fire. Immediately we called on LEC and immediately they responded. And that is a surety that we all can go to bed trusting LEC will be good. And just as we are coming to this program, Public Works has started to grow all of our roads within our district. So, Mr. President, we'd like to say thank you, and we look forward for more roads to be open in our district. When the Christmas will be good, our party will know from the eve. Even if we're not part of the process in the first round, we get to the river to the Jordan, we will be there to help the boat sail over. Last time, Mr. President, the people of Tuason asked me to convey their message to you that we started an engagement between the armed forces of Liberia. They look forward to that arrangement being resolved. The land issue still has not been resolved. We look forward for you coming in that day. Father, thank you, sir, Mr. President.
And so, folks, it's now time to have His Excellency the President himself to formally launch this lighting. The protocol officer will introduce him quickly.
Council Council, Mr. Minister of Mines and Energy, and members of the President's Cabinet, members of the Board of Directors, TrueLiberia Electricity Corporation, Mr. Managing Director, and members of the senior management team of Liberia Electricity Corporation, other officials of government, former officials of government, prelates and members of the clergy, members of the Tuason community, other invited guests, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On the occasion of switching on of the street lights in this community and beyond, all the way to Rabat International Airport, it is my pleasing duty at this time to present to you His Excellency Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, who will make remarks following which we shall switch on these lights. Mr. President.
Good evening. Please have your seats. And thank God for being here together tonight. And we recognize the presence of our Acting Minister of State, the President of diligence of its ministers, public work, and the mines needy, and other ministers who are here. I want to thank you all for being here. Some time ago, we started with observing protocols. And then later on, we started observing protocols. And today, we are standing on existing protocols. But I thank God that if we continue to move from protocols, observing protocols, and standing on existing protocols, if Kennedy were not there to remind people what protocols are, sooner and later people will know what protocols are. Thank you, Kennedy, for not standing, not observing, but using protocols. On a serious note, we're so grateful today to be here. On a very, very serious note, maybe people don't understand, but turning off light, giving water to people, fixing the road, is respect to the people, dignity and livelihood, telling the people we are all human beings, we are very important, and we deserve this. And that's what I feel about it. You live in a community and you have electricity,
Maybe you have a generator and everybody around you is without. You become the envy of that community. And besides that, it makes it difficult for you. So in this particular way, we want to thank the Liberia Electricity Corporation, especially under the current management, for being bold, very intentional, and conscious of their obligation to their nation and their friends. But also want to thank our neighboring countries, President Ouattara, and both Cote d'Ivoire and Guinea, for being good neighbors, helping us in our shortfalls for electricity, but also to the LEC again for being very responsible. Because when we came to government, I was told at the time that we were owing Cote d'Ivoire up to $13 million. And that I immediately made Cote d'Ivoire the first country to visit. And you know how embarrassing it was? You go to beg for what you owe. At the same time, you ask the people to increase power to you. But we had to go there. And they were very magnanimous, being kind to us. We could not have done any of these things here, be where we are. And for the blessing of running into Sharif while he was there, getting to know him, trusting his ability, and the good team that he has at LEC. We ought to be very, very grateful when at these service institutions we have people who are not just competent, but people who are very respectful of what they do and their neighbors, to do a good job. All Liberians doing what they're doing. We ought to give them a big hand. The LEC people, can you just stand? Let's see you. Those of you who've been doing this good job for us, I want to thank God for you for being responsible citizens. Thank you so much. The Christmas is here, but what is Christmas without lights? What is Christmas without water? And you have done it. You're making the people happy. You're making this country proud. I'm very grateful to you. Tonight we're here to switch the light on. And of course, I always say, don't cause the darkness, switch the light on. So there's no need condemning the darkness. We're here to switch the light on, to bring joy to the people of these communities. I've already been named. You heard the Honorable from District 1. You know what it means, and all the time you go to visit their people. When are we getting light? When are we getting this? When are we getting that? I thank all of our people, water and sewer, LEC, Public Works, for the good work you're doing to bring joy to the people of this country. This is not the kind of thing that you do and stop. And I meet them so often. But yesterday, the LEC man was with me. Just before I came, the Public Works man was with me. And yesterday, I met also the water and sewer. These people are working. They work daily to be able to provide us the services. I want to thank you all. And I'm very proud of you. Don't listen to the detractors. Do your work. Do it for your people. And so today we are very proud to be here to provide light to the communities that have already been named. It's not just light, it's safety, economic empowerment, because with strong, reliable electricity, give little businesses to people who want to do little things, pastry, this thing, catering. And you know very well the safety of the people. I always think about children moving in the darkness, people. We want to thank you all for being very conscious of this. Public security. We should be blessed that it's been quite a while since we heard about the kind of things that used to happen here. So commerce, mobility, economic activities all over are going to improve. And so we want to thank you all for making us proud. We want to thank you for being able to provide the Liberian people with the safety they need, even for the people at the NTA, for the buses that are moving now, going to places, making it a little easier for the honorable person, the ordinary person to move up. So I say to you, this is one of the biggest Christmases that you could give to anybody. And we are here to just celebrate what you've done already. And having said that, we are here to administer what you brought us to do. And I want to thank the people who provided this facility for us to come and sit to have this program. We wish all of you a Merry Christmas, and I'm sure the new year is going to just be a happy one. God bless you.
Okay, Mr. President, just remain right there that we can minister the...
So President Boakai is going to turn the lights on. And quickly we want to go right there and show you where he's going to do that. It's right here. And this is where the president is going to turn the lights on, from right here. So he's going to cut the ribbon.
From 3 to 0.
So he's going to cut the ribbon. So the ribbon cut, that's the lights right there. The president is just going to press the button from 3 to 0 and the light is going to come on.
Okay, Mr. President. Yes.
President.
Are we ready? Okay. Mr. President, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, 0.
There you have it. And the street lights are on. The street lights are on.
The lights are on, Mr. President.
With a smile on his face, with a smile on the president's face. He has brought the lights on. So there you have it. Street lights on. Let's go out there. Let me show you. Have a glance for yourselves, folks. President Boakai have formally lighted the streets of the Ravels International Highway, the gateway to Liberia, the International Highway. This is being done by the Liberia Electricity Corporation, the LEC. So yes, I want to see if I can talk to people who are here. I don't know if they're willing to talk to me. How you do? Yeah, hello. Any are you willing to talk to me?
Of course, yes.
So okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Is that a Lord Mayor?
Yeah. Don't come to speak, but in the meantime,
whoever, anyone, just say how you feel about this.
Yeah, we are from Bentol.
Okay, and
we have the council members of Bentol here.
Okay.
Okay, the council. And of course, speaking to you, I'm Morsam Salif, the county project planner. And with me is the special assistant to the superintendent of Bentol, Masarautu County. We came a bit late and were denied entrance because the president was already in the pulpit speaking. So we just want to express our dissatisfaction, but I can actually speak the major, we speak to that. But however, this is my council and the women, Mr. Stubber, and other people. So
okay, we believe this will be handled at the higher level. We just wanted to talk about what's on ground currently. Bentol is one of the beneficiaries of this project, and we wanted to know how you feel as a resident of that place.
Okay, we felt very, very, very delighted. We are great that today Bentol is elected after some 40 years since the death of the late Aratoba. We have now had current Bentol. Most of our children that were born at now 45 years old, so you just imagine. But however, I will give the opportunity, it's not an opportunity, but the Lord Mayor said you will speak to Bentol and speak to Masarautu.
Honorable Mayor, my name is Anthony Williams. I'm from ELBC, and you will kindly introduce yourself for us. We appreciate if you tell us about the Bentol project. Bentol has been lighted. I mean, it's lit now after several years. What do you make of this as the Lord Mayor of the city of Bentol? I mean, does it bring relief? Are you happy about this? Let's hear from you, sir.
Thank you so much. So I'm Honorable John Wag Minor, City Mayor of Bentol City. I mean, you can see the back. You can see the council chair for the city corporation, Mr. Hereta Toba, and you also see the citizens of Bentol are staying here to grant this occasion. So I'm just like saying that the president has made a history. When we talk about development, it is development now that he has brought to us. He has released us. I think the street of Bentol is now clear about this time. So since 40 years, this mayor that's speaking to you was not born. Since 40 years, LEC left the county administrative capital city. Masarautu County administrative capital city current left, and today we are blessed to have LEC in Bentol. So now if you go in Bentol, I believe the street is upside down. There is jubilation because we feel that development is close to us in how much our LEC is there. Security wise, we are also like released again. So we want to say, Mr. President, you have done it. We're going to remember him in the archive, in the history of Bentol. We're going to remember him forever. We want to say thank you, Mr. President. You have done a great work again.
Okay, thank you very much. Ma'am, I want to talk to you. The mayor is quite a young man. You look a little older, respectfully. You've lived in Bentol for ages from what it looks like, and we want you to tell us your experience now that Bentol has been lighted.
Well,
kindly introduce yourself also for me.
My name is Henrietta Talbert. I live in Bentol and have been there for over 20 years in and out. I think this is a great privilege in the beginning because we just starting for over 40 years, 45 years now, I would say. We have been in darkness since the last coup. And for us, and it's not that we just suddenly sat down. We have been running after this light from the time before Ellen took over up to this time. And finally, we have at least one of our major streets have lights. They say that's the first phase. So we are looking forward for the second phase. And we know it's not going to be retarded right here.
Sure.
We know that it's going to move forward. Our purpose here is to tell our president that we appreciate him. We want to salute him because at this time we have light. We've run after it for years. And today we have light on our major streets. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for talking to us. So we're going to make our way to our vehicle now because the president himself is going to drive along the road and have an experience of the lights. So from all ends, folks, the RIA highway is lighted. You can see the lights for yourselves. If we can just zoom in a little bit, it's obviously lit. There you have it. And if you look on the other end, there you have the lights from this other end. So we are being told the convoy is going to drive along the RIA highway for a low distance and then return to town. Sorry. So we just wanted to show you what the road looks like. But I mean, there you have it. So I just get in the middle of the road and show you what it looks like. As you can see, this is extremely beautiful to watch. I mean, so very beautiful to watch. As you can see, streets, I mean, and it's really bright the way the lights are. If you look at this one right here, it's really bright. If you have a look at this, have a glance for yourselves, folks. So you heard it from the Minister of Public Works that the previous intention was to have solar lights planted along this road. But again, he said the LEC boss said no, we can do something better. The LEC, once there is availability of LEC, we can put the actual lights instead of solar lights. So yes, streets are lit, and the president will drive on this road for a reasonable distance, so have a glimpse of the street light, and then he will drive back to town. But this is the LEC team right here. This is the LEC team right here. As you see, professional electricians. Gentlemen, how you do? I mean, the president said, I hope you heard the president when he thanked you for the job, said you guys are doing a great job. Yeah, so I know you got your spokespeople there, so I don't want to bring them back to y'all. But your thanks for the job, yeah? All right, so yeah, so those are the guys. You heard him, you heard Mr. President when he was thanking them. And their bosses just spoke a few moments ago, also applauding them for the hard work. But yes, imagine the folks selling along the streets are all jubilating. They're happy, selling the lights. That's it, man. What's up, my man? How you doing? You want to talk to me? You care to talk to me about the lights? No. Okay, cool. Thank you. So I'm trying to find people to just get their views. But yes, guys, there you have it for yourselves. Have a glimpse. There you have it. So we have been to the the president will be driving along this road. You happy?
Sure, when?
Okay, introduce yourself for me.
Anyway, I'm Prince Benedict. I hail from West Side District in Grand Pasakande, but I'm a resident of Duason here on the Rawafi Highway.
How you feel about this lighting?
I'm so overwhelmed and overaccepted, to have seen the highway being lighted by the president. I'm so overwhelmed, and I want to thank him and pray God that let God multiply every wisdom that he applied to lead the country.
Okay, thank you very much.
So thank you for coming to us, and thank you because this will also minimize the many accidents that normally take place from the Roberts International Airport straight to Monrovia town. So thank you for the interview, and I'm so excited.
Thank you very much. So excited about the lights.
So happy.
You can see he's so excited about the lighting, and you overheard him. This will obviously help to reduce the accident rates along this Rubberfield Highway. So, I mean, I'm trying to see if I can talk to more people here, but again, the president will be driving along the road. To have an experience for himself. And then we're gonna get on our vehicle. Let me run quickly back to our vehicle. So we drive back to town ourselves also as the president sets to depart the location where the event is being held. So now the president is departing already. We're gonna make our way onto our vehicle as the president drives on to depart the location. So the president is now departing. And of course, just to show you the president's vehicle hitting the road and driving beneath the lights. So there you have it. President's vehicle. President's vehicle driving beneath the lights.
Yeah, we happy for the government. For so, the government, 12 years standing. I want you to go tell them, the Sabu go tell them that the 12 years standing. The 12 years real standing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The 12 years standing. Forget it. Forget it. 12 years standing. The 12 years standing.
Well, there you have the president convoy departing. Yes. Yeah, going my car. Be careful. Let's go. So folks, we're going to drive now beneath the lights. Yes, we go to town. So you have your own experience. The convoy has already departed. President Boakai's vehicle now is driving beneath the lights here on the Rouse International Highway. An awesome experience. So there you have it. Street lights from this distance. The entire road is lit. And beautiful experience. Driving along the Rouse International Highway. It's no more in the dark. The LEC have partnered with the Ministry of Public Works and other stakeholders to make sure that they can light this entire corridor onward towards the airport itself. But in the managing director's statement, the LEC managing director's statement, he did mention that this isn't just the end of projects that are lined up for several parts of the country. He mentioned Sinko, street lighting across Sinko. He mentioned several neighborhoods across the country. He also did mention counties, of course, that are receiving lights, and in fact, not just street lights, but electrifying those counties. Come to think of it, if you've been to the southeast, there's lights. In Maryland, there's lights. Grand Jita, I don't know of Grand Coup, but I'm sure the LEC is doing everything possible to make sure Grand Coup can be one of those counties that's also lit. But yes, have a glance of the newly installed street lights, folks. See them for yourselves. The president's convoy is driving beneath these lights, and they look awesome. And then one thing I noticed, boss, if you can notice from the installation, how the lights are in order, well aligned. You know,
absolutely.
Yeah,
this is actually not. It's not a solar.
Yes,
panel. It's not a solar light. This is through RIA, which is much better than the usual solar light that you find around here. So this is awesome.
Yeah, definitely awesome. I mean, it's lit, bright. Bright, and I mean, beautifully designed, well aligned. I mean, if you're looking, you can see they're all in order. There's none of them laying on the other side, another one facing the other way. They're all well organized.
It makes the street so beautiful. Thinking that you are somewhere either in the West, in the United States, in China, in a developing country. That's what you see here.
Sure. and this obviously adds to Liberia's infrastructure improvement. I mean, this is the entry, the gateway to the country once you arrive.
Yes.
So of course, it makes sense to have this place lighted or lit,
Yes.
and I mean, it tells you are entering into a country from what it looks like.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have had the opportunity to travel the world
in so many countries. Travel in a lot of other parts of the United States, and coming home to see what Liberia looks like in 2 years. It's massive development. I travel a lot. You and I, we travel around the country and we see this.
So definitely, I mean, and also there's this saying usually that we usually say, Liberia, when you leave Liberia, you come out, you can see nothing different and all of that, but you can't experience if you got some. Yeah, very good. Do that again. Yes, perfect. So yes, that means we usually have this saying, you're coming back to Liberia, you can see nothing can change and all of that. Well, something has changed and things are changing eventually. I don't want to lie to you.
One of the things when I hear my brothers and sisters from the other side, sometimes they say nothing has changed. Of course, some of them just say that because they have to say that to convince, to tell their people that they have hope for them to come to power. But a wise person can tell you that I don't know how they're going to make it, how they're going to get there, but it's up to them to keep pushing that message. There's a whole lot in this country that once imposed of or think about massively for those of us who have traveled. You're not just from the southeast, you went to Maryland.
Sure.
And it took us to left from here 6 a.m. We arrived in Maryland 7:30. And then we took off from Maryland some minutes to 6 a.m. and we arrived here just about the same time, right? So, given where we are, the massive international interest in the country, when you have a competent leader that has the country like, hey, this is what we have to do, this is how I want the country to look like. You get into corruption, you're out. You can go and sit down and think about something else to do.
Set the bar.
He set the bar and he set it so hard, right? Uncle Joe is doing it in a way that no Liberian leader that I know, it never happened to Madam Eddie Johnson Sirleaf. It never happened to the former president to say, hey, I'm going to send the bar so hard that everyone will want to look in the direction of my country. We can see the American government and the president of the Republic had a conversation, just to tell you that how far we have come.
And I like the part where you say with the massive international interest. I mean, Liberia's diplomacy on the international scene, has improved. The current foreign minister has been receiving lots of accolades for the massive connectivity that we're getting. I mean, as we speak, we are on the UN Security Council. In January, we should be taking our official seat. All of these are sufficient to attract international intervention.
And we must give it to her for the incredible job she's doing on the outside of the country that is helping us to get where we are. And also give it up to Minister Guinness. I just had a one-on-one conversation with him, private conversation about a project, and he's doing fantastic. He's one man that I travel, we follow a lot, Minister of Public Works, and we see you and I can see what they're doing here. I can tell anybody, if there's anything that this government, you would think this government would not get it done, it would not be roads. It would not be roads. It would not be easy. There are a couple of things that I can say to you and take it from this message. This government will provide the best for the Liberian people in quite a long time.
Definitely. I mean, you're right, and I want to side with you professionally because of the revelation that the Public Works Minister made. Lots of projects are lined up, and he said by before 2028 we should be able to connect the entire southeastern corridor. You and I were on the road, and you know the only difficult point is the portion from Tapita to Fishtown, and not even in Fishtown is Kanweken, closer to Grand G there. Yes. So we only have the Grand G there portion left. That's all. So once we can get done with the Grand G there portion, the southeast is obviously connected. And then the minister made it clear. I think you and I saw we saw some of the public work marking houses along the Grand G there road, Toasttown, and all of those places. The government is intentional about these projects. The president made it clear to the minister the other day that we can't be having one company and one corridor. We got to give it to multiple people so we get done with the job in time. So yes, road connectivity will obviously be something that this government appears serious to accomplish. I mean, you're right about that.
Yeah, you look at the issue of drugs. Before His Excellency Uncle Joe he took the authority of this country, we saw a lot of young people in the streets. There were a lot of massive drugs. Today, Liberia is no longer the place where people will leave their country and come to trade, to make a living, to sell drugs. And that is becoming history, becoming the past, because the guy in charge is not for fun. Sure. This country will be changed. One of the reasons why some of us put everything on the line for His Excellency Joseph Yema Boakai to become president, from being vice president to becoming president, it is because I personally know him. I know what he stands for, I know what he believes in, and I know the character he is. Not just being a political leader, not just being an uncle to me, but this president, when he tells you this is what I'm going to do, he will do it. And he tells you I'm not doing it, just forget it, just go.
And someone will obviously want to say, and I mean, come to think of it, I agree Liberia have got some level-minded people across the country, our elders, smart elders, professional and all of that. But you can also say Liberia is kind of lucky to have a person like President Boakai around in 2025. The anticipation that everyone had before him being elected as president, about him being old, retarded, and all of that, I think he has proven everyone's wrong from the way he's carrying his government. The international recognition keeps pouring in because of his good governance, the fight against corruption, and then building international relationships. You heard him at the event a moment ago. You heard him at the event commending the Ivory Coast and the Guinea for their contribution. He mentioned Ivory Coast being one of the first countries he visited upon being president to negotiate electricity, and here we are. The current is, it's stable. Do you understand? I mean, so yes, you are right about his integrity level. Yes, definitely. I think Liberia is lucky to have President Boakai as the president.
It's a man of integrity. If there's anything anybody can speak about him, one of those who have never interacted with him or don't know him at all will say anything, everything that he's a politician. He's not the kind of character you think he's a politician. He's a man of his word. He's a man who has, he's a God sent to the nation, because when you have the man who will look at people or somebody who spent that number of years with him, get into some problem and say, hey, you are out, I fire you.
Sure.
That is not the usual Liberian thing. Sure. We Africans are not used to firing, letting our friends, face the law, or say, hey, get out of here. You got to go arrest yourself because you got caught up into corruption. So back to the issue of this country. Let's wait. Beginning when I met him on his birthday, he told my brother, he said to me, nephew, we just started. We have stopped the bleeding of the country. 2026 to 2028, come and see. Let those who don't see, they have not seen anything, let them see between 2026, 2027, and 2023, Liberia will be changed. Going straight. Liberia will be a country where people will want to come to, people will believe in, and people will say, this is exactly what we have hoped to achieve. And massively, I get calls for some of my friends in the United States. James Lake, for example. I get most of my friends can call me from the United States and say, we are proud of you guys. We are extremely proud of the leadership, and thank you guys for being part of the just doing a phenomenal job. So accommodations.
Someone would say he's brought maturity to presidency.
Absolutely. Old age, and not just an old age, but experience. When you have a leader with experience, it's a good thing.
What do you say to someone who might think the president has to still put in more work?
Well, that will be decided by the Liberian people. As you listen to him on Friday, he's not worried about 2029.
Sure.
He has a job to do for 6 years, and he will focus on that job. He will do the job of the Liberian people, and when the time comes, we'll see what happens after that.
Obviously, it's like the famous saying, it works for itself.
Yeah, that's what it is. If you do a good job, it will be the Liberian people lining the streets, calling radio stations, and saying that the job you started is not over here. It's not over yet. So we want you to stay there for us, and they will come out. And we are not. Some of us are here to do what we do, what we are doing at the Liberian Broadcasting System. We just play a role down there, but the decision will be made by the Liberian people.
Yeah, sure. Definitely, Mr. D. Flomo, chipping in here on my broadcast. Yes. Thank you very much. So, feels good having you on. So, we're back again to another portion that is lit, as you can see right ahead of us there. So, I mean, like the entire line, there are a few portions that are still being worked on. It appears it has to do with connectivity. So, the LEC is making sure that those places get the lights also. But so, where we are, we are at the RIA Hospital, and we're going towards the RIA Junction portion. Very soon we'll be at the SKD Sports Complex, and so you have a glimpse of the lights. But keep watching, folks. Keep watching. You heard it from one of the officials who delivered a statement at the event. He made it clear that since the days of the OAU, remember when Liberia hosted the OAU, Mr. Flo?
Yes.
And you heard it from the official who made a statement there. That was the first time that we temporarily had lights along this road because we were hosting international guests. Yes. That has been for ages. In Bentol, for the past 45 years, they will be seeing lights. They are seeing lights as we speak. I spoke to one of the turbot, the turbot are established in Bentol there, and she was like, I mean, we can't find the right word to thank Mr. President. We've been making negotiations for this current thing since former President Ellen's regime, and today we're seeing President Boakai doing this. I mean,
testimonies.
Yes, definitely.
So what you have here is a government that the people can see. Why you think that somebody will say, I'm going to protest, and you get less than 50 people to come outside, right? The Liberian people can see, they can feed it. They are not stupid. Once they see something, it's not a promise where you say, I will do it after. They can see for themselves. They can see massively. Becca rice, $14. So you think about 3 years from now, a Becca rice at least $10. What argument are they going to bring to the table? What would they say? I mean, we'll wait for that.
SKD Sports Complex, currently it appears that's where we are.
Yes.
And yes, the lights are also, I mean, as far as the RIA Junction, the entire road is lit. And for those of you who've been watching us since this evening, since we started the broadcast, you will understand that we started in the day, obviously, but you will understand the distance that we drove to get to the location, and everywhere there is light, and even beyond.
Maybe we can read some comments.
Sure, let me grab my phone. Someone says, you want to hold that for me?
Yeah, let me take this.
So let's read out your beautiful comments for those of you who are watching. Let's read out your beautiful comments, and let me go down. Someone says Honorable Moses Akaros Gray, Randall W. Why are you naming officials past officials of government? Yeah, you know how people can be petty in the comment section.
It's okay.
Sure. Someone said JMB and JKK, thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys so very much. Tanu says Liberia will never be the same under JMB's government.
Yeah, well respected.
Sure. So we are at the EWA Junction. It's Christmas and there is Christmas light everywhere. As you can see, the other day the Christmas trees got burnt. Unfortunately, there's a brand new one now. The Prince City Corporation, and the president is going right back at his residence using the roundabout, and we're right behind him and return from the Roberts Street Highway. He just wanted to have a glimpse of the road project.
You can see the number of human beings line up to see the transformation in less than 2 years, right? This is what you have. A leader in power, the people can feed it, they can taste it. Electricity is not too expensive in this country. And little by little, give there 3 more years to get this thing done. In 3 years.
So let me read. Justina J. Dennis says, thank God, my vote didn't waste. You're the best president ever in Liberia's history.
Absolutely.
Ibrahim Dona says he's watching us from the USA. Forgive me if I didn't get a name right. He said, thanks, President Boakai. Is that Patrick Okai? Patrick the Boss Okai says, I'm extremely excited. Thank you. And then we also have Kadiatu Barry. She says, I'm so proud of myself for making the right decision. Daniel Hama is watching us. Victor Goa, forgive me if I didn't get a name right. I think it's Goa. Robert Gona, surely they will get Vex Umpire because it's their area anyway. Yeah, you know the kind of petty. Yes, Tano Jana is watching us from the USA. He's watching us from the Voice of Laolazu. The Voice of Laolazu studio is based in the United States.
He's from Bayama District.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. The Voice of Laolazu, as far as the USA, that's an awesome one. Couple Zuba, she says, God, please bless Mama Liberia. It says, Sims Joseph says, our city looks like a real city now. Yes, I could also say that. The highway now looks like an international highway. Yes. I mean, obviously. And of course, Martin N. Nkrumah said Liberia will never be the same again under the leadership of President Joseph Boakai and President Vice President JKK. Maurice G. Perry say, Williams, thank you for your hard work. I've been watching you all day. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. We also do have Joshua Vela, if I got it right. He says, let God bless our president. And then, of course, Victor Goma, did RIA comment, JMB, my amazing president. And Sriki Kamara says, thanks to the president and his able lieutenants across all government ministries and agencies. This is real progress. And of course, Hero Williams says, Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. We appreciate President Joseph Newman Boakai Sr. Lots of comments still coming, folks. The president is driving back to his residence. He drove from the location where he dedicated the lighting, then just to have an appreciation of the lighting. And so the work is still ongoing. Forget the portions that you are not seeing lights. The LED is on it. They're getting it done. They'll work it out. But the president is now making his way back. We're back here at the EWA hospital, where there's also lights from few poles. The poles are planted. Those ones that are not coming on.
People are celebrating on
so you see the folks jubilating on the side of the road. Yeah, celebrating. I mean, yes. I mean, this is massive. Massive improvement.
Anthony, some of
this
us,
intervention is obvious.
Let me just interrupt you. Some of us, people don't know us. We put everything on the line for this only person. This this kind of we put everything on the line to see a leader like this, trusting him, and to see that everything that he said, he has not changed one thing. One has not been changed to say that, oh, I'm in power now, I'm not going to touch this person because this person, I'm thinking about a vote from this person. If I touch this person, I'll not get a vote that I need from this country. He's not worried about that. As I said to you, every time we sit with him, some of us sit with him, he will say, 2029, we'll talk about 2029. Let's talk about the work right now. So, Liberian people, many of them are proud, they are votes. Some of them were thrown out of their homes because of this president, right? And they are proud of what they're seeing now, you know. And tomorrow we'll be out there to do something great, to see how many people get paid on time. The money is not much, but they get paid on time. And at least if somebody is making $200 and the person can get that money on time, they'll be happy. But even if you're making just a little, you make it, but at least being able to get it on time and then use it for your own good is a good thing. So that's what we see here. Christmas, people got paid, everybody chilling. I mean, it's okay. So massive debt, as I said, let me repeat, 2026, 2027, 2029. Who would decide before 2029? Not 3 years from now, some of you would decide not to even think about it.
So we are right here on the road that leads to the president's residence, and as you can see, Mr. Flo is also lit. I mean, there are lights along the road that leads to the president's residence. Though these ones are solar lights, but at least they serve the purpose for being in the neighborhood. And of course, President Boakai usually say Liberia is the destination.
Yes.
Obviously. The transformation is steady but massive.
Absolutely massive. Yeah. It is all over the place. People can feel it. Think about those moving equipment. When they get to town, you deploy them by county.
Sure.
What the case?
That's such a huge relief in terms of
and he said it before the first county tour. He wants to make sure those moving equipment are in the country, they are deployed, and the roads are pliable. And let's leave it like that. Liberian people will celebrate that later.
Sure. So we'll do a U-turn once we get there, right?
Yes, we'll do a U-turn in quarter a day.
Okay. Yeah. So the president is home already, folks. We're just gonna do a U-turn and call it a day. Once we get back on the road and show you the lights for at least a few more times.
Yeah, we have to drive.
Yeah. So you have a glimpse of what's going on. But thank you very much. I want to go to the office. I've got a few things to pick up.
Stay here?
No, you will drop me off at the office.
Okay.
So folks, keep watching, great job, keep following. I like how you leaving your comments and how you having the conversation. Yeah, this is Liberia. Yes, that way you have the right to make your comment. For us, we don't have a problem for you commenting. We just want you to keep it respectful. This is a national platform, you know, and just keep your comments refined. And because we got comment moderation also, we will not block you or whatever. This is your platform. We just want you to keep it professional with us. That's it. There are pictures now trending on social media of the street lights. Everyone is jubilating about this intervention. So yes, how do you describe this? How do you intend to thank President Boakai? Leave your comments in the comment section. Yes, Rabos International Highway now lighted. Everyone is doing videos now. Everyone is posting now. But this is massive.
For me, it's back for me.
Do it fast. This is massive. So yes, we're going to make our way back on the main road itself. I mean, every little neighborhood now is getting lights, Mr. Flo. Every little neighborhood now is getting street lights. Even if it's solar lights, it serves the purpose.
Thanks to the LEC team.
Yeah. The LEC team is doing it's a magnificent job, Mr. Sheriff. But I mean, you heard how the president was praising him, especially when he went to the Ivory Coast. Yeah, that's Minister Jerry McPia making his way into the president's compound. He was at the event.
Move so we can go.
Yeah, you gotta go closer to them. That's the only way they will give you a chance.
Just wait. Go ahead.
Yes, so let's go. So folks, we're gonna make our way back to the main row.
You don't think you should? You don't think anything there for you? Anyway, let's just go. They will take care of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to. You want us to make an attempt? I don't want.
That's
yeah, yeah, I can call. Yeah. So that's it, folks. We're going right back now. This is a rehab end, and here at rehab, you're seeing rehab also has light between the streets in the neighborhood. You know. Yes. So yeah, I mean, guys, it's been a long day anyway. For those of you who've been watching, I like how patient some of you were. You kept it real with us. You stayed with us until the event itself started. We did the event together. You left your comments. You want to follow the conversation in the comment section. Oh, it can be quite interesting.
786.
Yeah, it can be quite interesting. Yeah, but that's it, guys. We really appreciate your intervention. We appreciate you for following. Join us again once you can on our next broadcast tomorrow. My colleagues will be out there talking to Liberians about the festive season. Watch out for Yasa Suba and Masiami Konin. They were set today to have done that, but we had to come to the app for the road for the lights dedication. So tomorrow, the both of them, watch out for them on LNTV Liberia Live. Two beautiful girls from Mr. D Flow's department. They will be interviewing Liberians to talk about the festive season. Tell us what they have made of the entire year of 2025 so far. How far have you come? What are your New Year resolutions? You know, how are you celebrating the Christmas? And probably how is business going? That's it. So Yasa Suba, Masami Kone, watch out for them tomorrow. We are back on the RIA highway. We're making our way back to the office. Maybe we can show you the lights for a few more times. Once we get to the office, then we can call it a day. But thank you for staying and staying with us. Keep watching, keep following us. Someone says, good evening, my brother JMB 12 year all the way. That's Sekou Dukle. That's not the Freeport Mr. Dukle anyway. No. And then Sky says, Sky Kai, if I got it right, Sky says the God-given president is working hard. Sharon Kiphart said, I'm sorry, Sharon said, President, we are ended. I can't get it clear. Personal properties and projects and couldn't complete the road and electrification. Anyway, that's another comment from one of the followers. Yes, that's not, bad to say. That's the person's view. The person says, but well, anyway. Respectfully, you have the right to leave your comments. And then is that Jerome? That's Mr. Jerome J. Verdier Senior II.
Oh, that's Anthony. Yeah.
Says God is great.
That's Anthony.
Yeah, he says God is great. Thanks for leaving your comments. We'll keep reading your comments until we get to the office now. So please leave your comments in the comment section. We're almost here at the ELWA Hospital junction. That's where we are. Morris Banja says this is impressive. This is impressive. Thank you, Morris, for leaving your comments. More comments. Keep leaving your comments so we'll read them out. Leave your comments so we'll read them out. Flomo Livingstone says I'm missing Liberia already.
Flomo Livingstone, I know.
He's in the US?
Yeah, he's one of our viewers.
Oh, Flomo, we have been told you are one of our consistent followers. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you. And then Tanu Jala says this is real people government. This is real people government.
Yeah,
Marco Yomi says absolutely awesome, 100%.
But tell them, let me remind them, come back after 2 years to this country, compare that to any government, I can assure you. Speaking as D. Flomo Yago II, not just being in ELBC, I can tell anybody 2 years from now, compare that, come back to Liberia and compare that to any government before.
see the difference yourself and do your own judgment.
Yeah.
More comments still coming in here. James Jesse, no need for bright lights when you're driving. Yes, of course. The comments are coming too fast. Edward Colley says, I'm enjoying my votes. Liberians value their votes, Steve Flo.
They do. I mean, it makes you proud when you vote for someone and you can stay in a community and name things, right? And say, RIA, water, rice, gasoline, road connectivity. They are so fight against corruption. There's so many things you can boast among your friends and say, this is what I voted for. These are the things I voted for. You can show them. Where are they? You say show them. Now our friends, be careful now. Our friends are using, say, bread and butter issue.
Yeah.
Well, we get it. Bread and butter issue, right? So think about this. A politician said nothing has changed. But the last time I drove by his home, he was not using his generator. Throughout, I pass around there, I park around there, it was REC on. What has something changed? Driving from here to Grand Jude to Maryland for 13 hours, that's something changed. It never happened before. Back in the days, you are from the southeastern. People were spending 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and sometimes they sleep on the street, outside, open place. But today they don't have to do that. So Zoe Penny and others, they are giving real testimonies. They are telling the people, I mean, we have seen this. So it is cleared and cut. My thing here is, the president has made a promise. Give Liberia 2 more years or 3 years. Come back and see the difference in the country. You can go anywhere and say, why is it that we did not elect him 2017? Why did we waste 6 years and wanted to get it right this time around? You know? But anyway, God has time for everything. That was the time, 2017. I was here for 7 months. 7 months campaigning from place to place. We told the Liberian people, give him a chance. Give him a chance and you will see the real man. You will see a leader that you will be proud of. You call yourself, back in the days for a couple of weeks, for a couple of years, many Liberians were not proud to call themselves Liberian. They used to be like, no, I'm not from that country. But today, Liberians in the diaspora can knock their chest and say, I'm a Liberian. I have a leader. This is my leader. They can prove it that this leader is a leader. It's a competent leader.
If we are also the LEC also did mention this Coca-Cola factory to RIA portion that we own already.
Yes.
Headed to our office.
We will do.
It also got lights.
Yeah, we will do a complete turnaround.
Yeah.
Sometime this week.
Yeah, for this portion.
For this portion.
But this portion also got lights.
Yeah.
This one got the yellow lights, but the street is also lit. They seem very way. The RIA highway looks bright.
Yeah.
I mean, this tells you are into a city, you've entered a country. You know, you can't enter a country, then it's dark. Energy is expensive, we agree, but of course, energy also contributes to economic growth. So the availability is crucial, definitely. But guys, thank you very, very much for watching. We are here at the compound, right at the main entry here. I'm going to get down from the vehicle and just wrap it up. Yeah, wrap it up right at the. Maybe when we enter the fence, I can wrap it up. Just put the camera on. You want to blow the horn, please? You want to blow the horn?
What the hell are you doing?
They're about to leave, I guess, so they're trying to wrap up. So yes, folks, let's just end it right in the building quickly, since we're already here in the compound. Let's just end it, and then we can call it a day. For those of you who've watched me, we'd like to say thanks for watching. You did a magnificent piece of job for following us, for leaving your comments. So thank you very much for watching. Once I get at the entry there, I'll do the outro quickly.
State radio.
Yeah.
You can see how beautiful the place is. We have not even.
Welcome to ELBC. This is beautiful ELBC. This is where we are. So thanks so much, chauffeur, also for bringing us here. We are here finally. What's your name, sir?
Otolatro.
Otolatro? Your name sounds very foreign.
That's a Jamaican name.
You want to come hold my camera for me short? Let me end this video. Okay. Okay, maybe I can stand there. So guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Anthony Williams. Just at around 5 p.m. this evening, we went to the Roberts International Airport Highway at the Rock International School, where we had the LEC, the Ministry of Public Works, stakeholders and partners waiting for His Excellency President Boakai to turn on the newly installed street lights along the Roberts International Airport Highway. This place is the gateway to Liberia, and of course, entering into the country, obviously, with the construction of ongoing, making the road 4-lane and also electrifying the road gives it that international feel. It tells you are entering into a country. So today, finally, President Boakai turned those lights on, and the LEC Managing Director, Mr. Mohammed Sharif, mentioned some of the projects that the LEC has or the LEC is undertaking when it comes to lighting of Liberia. He mentioned several cities that will be receiving street lights and also electrifying places where there aren't lights or where there isn't electricity. Across the country, in Cinco, several parts of Liberia will be lighted according to the Managing Director of the LEC. And I don't want to emphasize on the stability of electricity in the capital and other parts of the country. You also heard the Minister of Public Works mentioning some of the projects that are ongoing, road connectivity across the country, across Liberia, southeastern Liberia. Before 2028, in the word of the Minister of Public Works, the southeastern part of Liberia will be connected to the rest of the country. Today, President Boakai lighted the Roberts International Highway. My name is Anthony Williams. I was with Mr. D. Flomo. He headed the team there. We also had our radio broadcast team. Melvin Stewart was on there, along with other members of the team. We had our chauffeur who drove us there. My name is Anthony Williams, and I'd love to say thanks for leaving your comments and being part of the conversation. Bye-bye for now, and meet us on our subsequent broadcasts.